Svastia Bhavetu Sarvesham Shanti Bhavetu Sarvesham Purnam Bhavetu Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavetu. May good be unto all. May peace be unto all. May fullness be unto all. May prosperity be unto all. Sarvesham Svastia Bhavetu. Sarvesham Shanti Bhavetu. Sarvesham Purnam Bhavetu. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavetu. Om Shanti Shanti Om Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityum Amritam Gamaya. Om Asatoma Satgamaya. Tamasoma Jyoti Gamaya. Mrityum Amritam Gamaya. May good be unto all. Lead me from the unreal to the real. Lead me from the darkness to the light. Lead me from death to immortality. Om Asatoma Sadgamaya. Tamasoma Jyoti Gamaya. Mrityum Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So join us for our group song. You are safe, you are nurtured, you are cared for, you are loved. Your turn. You are safe, you are nurtured. I am safe, I am nurtured, I am cared for, I We are safe. We are nurtured. We are cared for. We are loved.
We are safe. We are cared for. We are
Cared for. We are loved. Together. You are safe. You are nurtured. You are cared for. You are loved. I am safe. I am nurtured. I am cared for. I am loved. We are safe. We are nurtured. We are cared for. We are loved. You are safe. You are nurtured. You are cared for. You are loved. I am safe. I am nurtured. I am cared for. I am loved. We are safe. We are nurtured. We are cared for. We are loved. One more time. We are safe. We are nurtured. We are cared for. We are loved. Thank you.
Please join me for our guided meditation this morning. I invite you all to take a deep breath and close your eyes if you're comfortable doing so. You haven't yet done so. Just take a few breaths with me and allow your body to relax and become present in this sacred and holy moment. Allow the divine inhale and the sacred exhale to just relax you and remind you of who you truly are. In honor of Father's Day, I offer you this story. It is a story of a Native American rite of passage, becoming a man. When it is time for a young boy to become a man and walk among the braves of the tribe, he is blindfolded and taken out into the woods at dusk. He is told he could never tell anyone of this experience, which is why he knows nothing of what is about to happen to him. He is placed on a stump in the middle of the deep forest, where he is left to spend the entire night. He is told that he cannot cry out. He cannot scream or leave the stump no matter what happens. There he is, out in pure wilderness, exposed to wild animals and all elements of weather. In order to prove his bravery, he must endure. He is told that at first light, he can remove the blindfold himself. I think we may have all felt like this at some time in our lives. We may even feel like this now, where you are in darkness in your mind, where you feel abandoned or alone, where you feel left in the dark. That this human experience feels sometimes like enduring pain and suffering. Sometimes we may feel forsaken by God. If that is true for you in any way, in any part of your life, in any part of your mind now, just allow yourself to feel it. Or feel it for someone else, or feel it for the world. Being left in the wilderness, enduring until the light returns. While the young boy goes through his fear, while he waits in the dark for first light. And finally, he feels the first ray of sunlight touching his skin. So he removes his blindfold. And sitting on the stump next to him is his father, who had been there all along. And this too reminds us that Spirit never leaves you, for the Father dwells within you. No matter what you have ever done or will ever do, you are loved beyond measure. You are supported. You are nurtured. You are loved. You are cared for and held in the arms of grace. When you turn your attention within, the wisdom and love of Spirit enfolds you as a divine parent every time. So allow yourself to feel that. You are loved. You are supported. You are held in the hands and the arms of grace. Feel that within. Let yourself be loved, nurtured, and supported. And continue to feel this love as we come back to this space filled with grace.
Welcome, everyone. Good morning. Thank you for being here today. My name is Theo Tilton. I'm a licensed practitioner here at Centers for Spiritual Living, Morristown. And I'd like to welcome all of you, and a special welcome to any first-time visitors. Is there anybody in the house? Well, that's wonderful. So here at Centers for Spiritual Living, we believe in one mind, one heart, one life, one love. And it can be really summed up in two phrases. You are what you think you are, and change your thinking, change your life. So, today we have a special treat. Before we get there, I'd like to welcome our musicians today. Thank you so much for being here, Sharon and Deva. The way of the sacred. And you may notice something. Reverend Frankie's not here. So when the cat's away, no. The mice will play. That's an old phrase. So today we are going to have a nice special talk with our special guest, Reverend Janice Billera. And the talk is going to be about where your attention is. So we all know, well, we know, maybe not, but we know that if we focus on the cause of things or the effect of that's out in the world out here, we get stuck sometimes. We get stuck in the manipulation, the trying to control it, the things like that. Whereas if we come inside and we look within, we see that we are cause itself. And Janice is going to get into that. So Janice is a wonderful, passionate person for life. And I'm not going to go by the script today. So Janice was one of my first teachers here at Centers for Spiritual Living. And my gosh, was it 2004, 2005? So on my journey to become a licensed practitioner, one of the classes I took was Thomas Troward. How many of you have taken the Thomas Troward class? Yeah. So I took mine with Reverend Janice. And I still love her. Through all of the after Troward, yes. Yes, after the Edinburgh lectures, my God. And you know, who you are to me, I acknowledge you, who you are to me is such a powerful force in this community. And I know that what you've been up to in Unity and what you've been up to since you've become licensed practitioner, minister, ordained, the thousands of lives that have transformed because of who you're being. So thank you for coming back home. So without further ado, let's welcome Reverend Janice.
Thank you. Ah, thank you, Theo. Thank you, everybody. So, as Theo said, this is I think of this as my spiritual home. I always say it is so good to be back home because I spiritually grew up here. When I walked through those doors 19 years ago, I was a newbie, as some of you may be today, and Reverend Frankie became my teacher through all of the Science of Mind classes, becoming a licensed practitioner, becoming a minister, mentoring me after that, and now I am grateful that she's not only my friend, but my prayer partner. So I am really, really grateful to be back here. And I decided that since I am coming home to the place where I first grew up in this teaching, I thought we would all go back to basics today. It's always good to go back to basics, right? Go back to the foundation that we all grew up in or were even starting out in. And I like to remember, too, that when we go back to basics, we're still taking the wisdom with us that we have attained. But when we hear something, we may be hearing it for the thousandth time, but we'll still hear it in a new way. Why? Because our consciousness is in a new place, right? The Buddhists call it beginner's mind. And I like to think of beginner's mind as the mind of compassion. Because when our mind is a mind of compassion, it is boundless. And we can let in new information and hear information in a different way. Okay? So I want to get a feel for the room. How many people are brand new? This is really brand new with this. Okay? There are some, right, great. So there are people who are brand new. How many people have taken Science of Mind classes? Wow. You guys are awesome. How many people have gone all the way and are practitioners? All right. I don't think John and Lucy are here, ministerial students. Okay. So we're all at different levels, right? But I'm asking us today to try to hear what we're going to say, what I'm going to say, what we're going to talk about with beginner's mind. And we're going to begin with the idea of where is your attention? Why? Because that's one of the first things we learn in Science of Mind. Change your thinking, change your life. First, we have to know, what are we thinking? What is our attention on? We have to have an awareness of what we're thinking before we can change our thinking, because energy flows where our attention goes. So we have to know what we're investing our attention in, right? What are we investing our energy in? When we invest in something, we hope it expands, right? And so we learn very early on that what we put our attention upon also expands. So if we're putting our attention on the things that we really don't want more of, what are we going to get? We're going to get more of that even if we don't want more of that, right? That's really basic. So Ernest Holmes and other metaphysicians knew that and taught that, but it's really ancient wisdom. Jesus taught the same thing. Buddha taught the same thing. Why? Because that's how it works, people. That's the law, and that's how it works. And now, quantum physics is proving it scientifically. And I love quantum physics. Anybody that knows me knows I just get so juiced by quantum physics. I think quantum physics is the modern language of mystics. It is providing scientific evidence of what the mystics have been saying forever. So having science and spirituality come together allows us to really see how it works. But quantum physics actually takes it to a little bit of another level. What quantum physics tells us is that everything is energy. Everything is energy. And it doesn't become matter until we pay attention to it. It does not become matter until it is observed. And who's the observer? We are. So whatever we are observing in this infinite field of energy is what becomes our reality. Right? We all get that, and quantum physics has experiment after experiment with physical evidence of this now. So if everything is energy and we're observing it into matter, then it's even more important that we look at where is our attention. If our attention, like Theo said before, is on effect, then we're really just moving things around out in the world of effect. If we want to create something that's new, where do we have to go? We have to go within. We have to go to that infinite field. We have to go back to source so we can create something new. So we begin to notice where our attention is. We start to notice one of the ways, and one of the things that we all practice, probably many people in this room, is present moment awareness. How many people are familiar with it and try to practice present moment awareness? How many people find it easy to do? To stay present in the moment. I love your honesty. We are habituated. Our mind is habituated to go in the past and go into the future. And so we practice it, right? We want to stay really present. And then we go deeper into this, and we practice it even more through meditation, right? I said we're really going to go back to basics. So when we sit in meditation, it's also a way that we learn to practice present moment awareness, right? How many meditators are in the room? How many people find it really easy to stay in the present moment the entire time of their meditation? There we go. Thank you. Very good, Patricia. It's something that we really have to practice, though. Now remember, your attention goes where your energy flows. So if you're in meditation and you're thinking about the phone calls that you have to return or what happened yesterday, where's your energy going? It's going back out. So I've been meditating for over 20 years, and I have tried lots of different techniques, all different methods of meditation. But I realized that I can use something really pretty basic. I have a dog. Any other dog owners in the room? Dog lovers? Okay. So my dog, 9 years old, only knows one trick, and that is to stay. Now, he's a terrier, and he's really real anxious, right? He always wants to be moving. So I get him to stay, because if he stays, I'm going to give him a treat, okay? So I have to say, stay, 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 and then he gets a treat. So I realized I could do this in meditation with my own mind. When my attention wanders like my terrier, I literally do this. I say, stay, stay, stay. And then what's the treat I get? I get to be with God. I get to be in that place of divinity, with source. That's my treat when I get my attention to stay. Because that's really where we want when we meditate. So these two techniques, present moment awareness and meditation, they serve as excellent training for our attention, right? We can see that. So now we're practicing. We did our meditation. We got our attention to stay. We're feeling good. We're going through our day. We're present. We're walking our dog. It's a beautiful day. We're looking and we're present because it's so beautiful out there. And we're so happy. And then our phone rings and we get the call from the person, or we hear from something we didn't do, or all of a sudden we're walking and our back goes out, or something happens to us. I call that an oh no moment. Oh no. Now I know I'm dating myself. Any other Mr. Bill fans from? Okay, thank you. Oh no. And I call it an oh no moment because it will shake our present moment awareness, and we will get to a point where we'll say, I don't want to be present with this moment. I liked that moment. I liked the sun shining, and I liked seeing the sunflowers, but this moment sucks. This isn't what I want to feel, right? This is the most important time to stay present. But what happens very often is one of three things. When something like that happens, we can resist. Oh, I don't want to see that. I don't want to pay attention to that, right? Or all of our attention goes on what happened, and we will do everything we can to fix it or change it. Any other control freaks in the audience? Okay. So our attention now is outward. We'll Google it, we'll call people, we'll do everything we can, right? So we'll either resist it, we'll try to change it and fix it, or we'll also can become a victim. Poor me, why did this happen, right? Right? Sometimes. Now, all of those may work sometimes. The fixing it, we may come up with a solution, right, for that moment. The resisting it and putting our attention on something else might feel good. Sometimes it feels good to get the little victim thing, right? But has any transformation really happened when we do those things? No. How many people want to go deeper? Please say you do, or I'd be done. I got a lot more to do. Okay, all right. So we want to go deeper. And the reason I always want to go deeper is because I believe that everything that happens as a movement to our wholeness. Everything that happens is a movement toward my wholeness, toward growth, toward my next greatest yet to be. Everything. Whether it's a present moment on a beautiful sunny day walking my dog, or it's getting the worst news I could possibly get, or being left or being betrayed, or anything that can happen. Any oh no moment. I'm sure we all have our own oh no moments. So knowing that and wanting to stay present, we can move from oh no to okay. I'm still on an SNL kick, that's Bill Murray. So we want to be okay, right? Now the thing about being okay is that it's not ever about a spiritual bypass to act like we're okay. If we're still feeling like we're in deep doo-doo, it's not just saying, I'm okay, and gritting our teeth. Being okay means that we are okay to feel whatever we're feeling in the moment. Present moment awareness is being okay with whatever is happening. Underneath an oh no moment are feelings that are meant to come up for us to release. So being okay means having the compassion that we talked about with beginner's mind to go within and let yourself love yourself to enough to feel whatever's coming up. Because very often in an oh no moment where you might feel anger, we might feel fear, we're going to feel pain. And it's to allow ourselves to give that space to be felt. Now, where is our attention when we're doing this? it's in our own hearts, right? It's not on the person that said this. It's not on anything in the outside at all. If it is, then bring it within. This is the time to be okay with these feelings, because emotions are just energy in motion, okay? But they've gotten stuck, they've gotten trapped. That's why these experiences are happening to us over and over. Every time something like this happens, it's not your first rodeo, people. These are coming back. These are things that are happening because before you might have done the three things when they happened: resist, become a victim, or try to fix them. So now you get to be with them. Now you get to use the one gift that you are given, that you have your whole life, and it's the gift of your breath. You just breathe. You breathe and let the energy move. And as you breathe and let the energy move, you're ready to go deeper. How many people want to go deeper? Okay. When we do this, we then move to aha. So we go from oh no to okay to aha. Now, ah is the sound of God in all traditions. God, Father, Abba, Allah. And ha in Sanskrit means sun, which is source. So we now that we've cleared away these emotions, that we've cleared away just our attention being on the outside, then we go to this infinite field. And that's where we can have an aha moment. Every aha moment means that you can now access divine wisdom that is within you. And the theme for Centers for Spiritual Living in June is divine wisdom and how to use it. So you access the divine wisdom that is within you, the wisdom of the Father, the wisdom of God. And now, where is your attention? It is totally on source, right? It is totally in this space, and the energy flows where your attention goes. So you evoke this divine wisdom, and then you can even go further. Who wants to go further? Okay, because you know where we are? In spiritual mind treatment, we have just done the first two steps. The first two steps, we've recognized spirit and we've gotten to a place of unifying. Now we can create something new. We are in the field of infinite potential. Now we can call forth how we want to feel, how we want a situation to go. And it's not just going to come from our habituated mind that's going to give us the same ideas that we've done a million times and haven't worked. That's why we're here. So in this place, we could now call forth whatever we want to be and feel. And now we are energy changing matter. When we try to change things out here, we're matter trying to change matter. It's like moving the deck chairs on the Titanic. It's still going to sink. Okay? When we come from this place, we're energy changing matter. And quantum physics has proven that that happens quickly. That happens quickly. So now we get to claim what we want to feel. Now we get to claim that when we come back out, how do we want to see this Ono moment and experience something different in our life? How do we want to see our world? Most especially, how do we want to feel? And remember that you're choosing from infinite potential, so choose big. God is infinite. Everything is available to you. Choose big, and then let yourself feel gratitude. I said we're going real basic here. Fourth step of spiritual mind treatment, feel the gratitude. Gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership. Gratitude is the emotional signature that you have the faith that you know it's done. And in the infinite field of all that God is, it is done. And then, what's the fifth step? Release, 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 release. All the control freaks, release, release, release. This is a time to surrender your creation to the infinite mind. This is the infinite mind that orders the universe. I think it can order our little lives, right? So we turn it over to the infinite mind to evoke it in a way that is right for you, to bring it and order it in your life in a way that is right for you. And then you let it go. It is not our job after that. We surrender it to this divine mind, and when we open our eyes, we then see with real eyes. I'm reading a Jodi Picoult book. Any Jodi Picoult fans in the okay? I know my friend Gail is. And this is a line from her book, which I know has been said in a lot of other ways. Love has nothing to do with what you're looking at and everything to do with who is looking. And I added, and what we're looking from, meaning our consciousness. Because we know everything is created twice, first in consciousness and then in the world. So if we come back with eyes of love, with the real eyes of love, we will realize love in our lives. It has to be. It must be. So where is our attention now? Our attention is on seeing the world right, not from old mental constructs, right? So whenever I talk about creation, I always like to use the idea of the Trinity, and I still call it the Holy Trinity. It's like my Catholicism seeping out. So the Father is the seed. We're talking about Father's Day today, right? Father is the seed. The seed is planted in the creative soil of the mother or consciousness. This is what we do in treatment. We plant a seed in consciousness. The Son is then the manifestation, and the Holy Spirit acts upon it. Again, it is not our job to do the actions until we are moved to move our feet. Our job is to continue to cultivate the soil, in which the seed has been planted. And how do we do that? By paying attention to where our attention is, especially when we have an Ono moment. We know we can move to an okay moment, and we know we can then move to an aha moment. So, how many people heard something new today? How many people heard something in a new way? Then my work here is done. Thank you.
So this is a Cherokee morning song, meaning morning when the sun comes up. And the women will gather and they will remember their divinity by singing this, Wende Yaho, Wende Yaho. So Yah, Ah, God. When you hear it a few times, please join in with us. Wende Yaho, Wende Yaho, Wende Ya, Wende Ya, ho 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 ho, hey ho, hey ho, ya ya ya. Wende Yaho, Wende Yaho, Wende Ya, Wende Ya, ho 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 ho, hey ho, ya ya ya. Wende Yaho, Wende Yaho, Wende Ya, Wende Ya, Together.
When they are, when they are, when they are, when they are, oh, 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 hey, oh, hey, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. When they are, oh, when they are, oh, when they are, when they are, oh, 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 hey, oh, hey, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. When they are, oh, when they are, oh, when they are, when they are, oh, 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 hey, oh, hey, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Sister stokes the fire,
Brother beats a drum, sister calls on spirit, looking the directions,
all of the elements,
singing songs of love, bowing down to Mother Earth, reaching the sky above.
we are
Sisters and brothers, hey ya, oh. We are sisters and brothers, hey ya, oh. We are sisters and brothers, hey ya, oh. We are sisters and brothers, hey ya, oh.
sisters see each other,
As our true nature, a soul-to-soul connection, sacred the container,
looking for the guidance,
with our ears that hear, knowing beauty of the one spirit we revere. We are sisters and brothers, hey ya, oh. 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 Gather with our sisters and brothers, we gather with our clan, we gather around the fire, dancing hand in hand. Gather with our sisters and brothers, gather with our clan, gather around the fire, dancing hand in hand. We are sisters and brothers, hey ya, oh. 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 Medicine, medicine, raising our vibration. Medicine, medicine, to all the nations. Medicine, medicine, for all creation. Medicine, medicine for our salvation. Thank
Let's hear
you.
for Sharon Silverstein and David Daya. Wonderful. Woo! And we're now going to bring this service to a close with a spiritual mind treatment.
Thank you.
Janice? I feel like we can do it together.
I'm sorry?
We could do it together if you like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll do that.
How about that?
I'll
Right?
do that. First, I want to just thank everybody. It's really been my joy and honor to be back here today. I was looking forward to it, and now it's here, and I'm still enjoying it, and I look forward to seeing everybody afterwards. I thank these beautiful musicians for supporting me, and Theo for supporting me. And I think we got to thank Anthony back in the sound booth, doing
There
a
we
great
go.
job back there. Thank you. And all the volunteers. So you want to start or you want to finish?
I'll start.
Okay.
Feel the chair beneath you or the floor beneath your feet. Know that you are completely supported. There is no place where God is not. There is no place where the Father is not. There is no place where I end and God begins. I speak this out into the ether itself, knowing that as I speak it from the I am, I speak it for every single person in this room, in this community, and for every single person in this room and what the lives that they touch and they inspire. We're all one. There is no separation from it, and anything that appears as a separation is a complete illusion. And so I bring myself into that support, knowing that the ground beneath me is holy ground.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It provides, it nourishes, it supports, it vibrates life itself. And so from here, all the power and the glory that is God is within me. I know that this word that I speak has power all on its own.
So as I stand on solid, holy, sacred ground and speak this word, I speak this word for each one here, for there is no separation. We are connected, and in this sacred and holy and divine moment, each one, each consciousness that we are here to express chooses from this infinite field of possibility, this infinite field of support and love and abundance and joy and beauty. We choose to see all things in the world arise according to this divine design that is held in the mind of God, and now is our consciousness, for we have been transformed in this time together. We have been inspired. We have been uplifted. We are reborn in this moment. We have planted the seed in the ultimate sacred ground, and now we get to be that expression in the world. We get to see life from that expression in the world, and so life can only reflect that back. So everything that we saw today in ourselves and in each other, we bring forward into the world, and the world reflects our consciousness back, a consciousness of love, of peace, of joy, of abundance, of sisterhood and brotherhood and connection. And so life cooperates and provides, and we feel and know this nurturing and this support as we take every step, and we are so grateful. And we move into that state of gratitude that is the ultimate state of receivership as we allow ourselves to receive the manifestation of this treatment right here and right now. And I release this word into law, knowing it returns full. And for this and so much more, we say, thank you, God, and so it is.
So it is.
Thank you.
Amen. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day.